What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. Britney Spears' youngest son, Jayden, has reached out to her to reconcile their relationship. Now, what I'm reading is a lot of people are saying that the kids are trying to reconcile, especially her youngest, because Britney has stopped the child support payments, I believe today, Friday. So everyone, was saying like, oh, the timing is convenient. That may be true. However, I also want to look at the positive things, right? The positive side of him reaching out, because I had to do a little bit of searching, but their relationship was really strained. And back when Jayden was 16 in 2022, before her wedding to Sam Asghari, which they're divorced now, but her relationship with her sons has been really rocky. And Jayden actually publicly criticized her parenting skills online. He said, quote, "I think mom has struggled giving us both attention and showing us equal love. I don't think that she showed enough love to Preston, and I feel really bad about that." That's his older brother. So, and according to their father, Kevin Federline, you guys remember that was her ex-husband. He used to be her backup dancer way back in the day. The boys were getting a lot of flack in regards to the videos that Britney was making while she was dancing. Um, and, she was scantily clad. She wasn't, dancing with a whole lot of clothes on. But if you guys remember, in my opinion, and I grew up watching Britney Spears, I don't think that she was doing anything differently than what she was doing when she was younger. It was just a lot more socially acceptable when she was younger, and this was before her, breakdown. But Kevin says, quote, "I try to explain to them, look, maybe this is just another way that she tries to express herself, but that doesn't take away from the fact of what it does to them." He says it's tough. I can't imagine how it feels to be a teenager having to go to high school. So Brittany, she said that she was saddened to hear the way that Jayden spoke about her to the press. So he wasn't just online, he was also talking to the press. She says, "It deeply saddens me to know that Jayden's outcry of saying that I wasn't up to his expectations of a mother, and maybe one day we can meet face to face and talk about this openly." So that's what Brittany wrote on her Instagram post in September of 2022. So she was paying, them $20,000 a month in child support. And again, that just stopped recently. So the fact that, he's reaching out again, I'm hoping that it's not just about the money, that he wants to reconcile and have a closer relationship with his mom, because, she's no longer under the conservatorship. Hopefully, she's getting treatment or therapy, whatever that she needs. But you can't put a price on family, especially close relationships. So let me read this article from page 6. It says Britney Spears' youngest son, Jayden, took the initiative to repair their strained relationship. And I'm glad that he actually, took the initiative. Again, he's an adult. See, this was all happening when he was a minor, so he really didn't have a whole lot of say. But now that he's an adult, he can reach out to his mom. He was the one, reached out to kickstart their conversation. He texted Brittany that to say that he was back home. She was very happy to hear from him and see him. As you guys know, Kevin moved the boys to Hawaii, and she lives in um, California. But he moved them to Hawaii last year after their stepmother, Victoria Prince, got a job at the University of Hawaii. So the boy's father, Kevin Federline, has had full custody of them since 2008, 1 year after he and Britney Spears split. When I tell you, I have not seen Kevin do a two-step or any type of job since 2008. But again, $20,000 a month is plenty to live on. So he hasn't had to. But a lot of people online were sending him Britney's song, "Work B." Um, yeah, they were sending that to Kevin because he hasn't had a job since 2000, since before 2008. Um, he was eating real good, living real good off of that child support money. So Federline's attorney Mark Vincent Kaplan told us that Kevin was fully aware that Jayden had plans to visit his mom. Well, even if he wasn't aware, Jayden's now 18 years old, so he's no longer a minor. It says he's very close with all of his kids. If the boys feel comfortable improving their relationship with their mom, Kevin's all for that. Both of these boys are adults. Kevin is supportive of them making their own decisions and what they feel is best for them. Earlier this week, Page Six revealed that the mother son duo has been spending a lot of time together while he's back in California. And see, that's good, right? Quality time is so important. I mean, yes, money is one thing, but you can't give back time and building that relationship, building that, that love back with your mother, son. That's so important. Brittany's thrilled to have her baby back. Everything is moving in the right direction. The reunion has been slowly in the works for a while. As Spears has got in touch with her kids in August of 2023 and again on Mother's Day this past June. Okay, well, that's good. It's unclear how long Jayden plans to stay in Los Angeles, but we're told that the teen is not staying at Brittany's $7.4 million mansion in the city of Thousand Oaks. Well, that's interesting. Hmm. He's open to mending the relationship with his mom and seeing where things go. It's going to take time and it will not be an immediate reconciliation. Jayden is reportedly thinking about attending college in California and wanted to see if some of his friends in LA, after recently graduating high school in the Aloha State. So it's unclear whether Preston, his brother, who's 19 years old, has plans to reunite with his mom anytime soon. Well, okay, so again, I commend Jayden for, taking the initiative to do what's right and to reach out to his mom. Because I feel like, Brittany has had to overcome so much adversity in her life and just her mental health struggles. I can't imagine what she went through during that conservatorship. They were, I mean, restricting everything from her freedom to her money to her, they had her on like an IUD. Like she couldn't even have more kids even if she wanted to. They were trying to control every aspect of her life. And the fact that, her kids were separated from her for so long, I'm sure that didn't help her mental health. So the fact that her son, her baby is willing to reach out and to reconcile, I think is wonderful because you don't want to hold someone's mental health struggles, over their head. You know what I mean? Like people can't help if they are unwell mentally, especially if it's a parent. It's heartbreaking, but you still have to find it. Well, you don't have to, but it's always, helpful if you want to reconcile that relationship and find it in your heart to, forgive them and not hold them to such a restrictive standard. You know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, Brittany dancing in her house, to me, she wasn't hurt. She wasn't out hurting anybody. But I understand that they may have been embarrassed. But it's like, well, if she's going through things, challenges, then, you work with her. That's your mother. That's the only mother that you're going to have. So, um, and I hope that it's not just about monetary, financial gain. That's what, like I said, a lot of people are saying online. I hope that's not the case. I feel like if it was the case, then he would have been staying at her, you know, in her mansion and, trying to come up here and like mooch off of her when he's not doing that. He's trying to slowly build their relationship so that it's something solid so that they can, slowly build that trust and grow over time. But I'm glad that he did. He took that initiative. I'm sure that she is really happy to hear from him, especially since, she's just recently divorced Sam, and she also, lost a baby recently. So, and when I say recent, I mean within this past year. She was engaged and then got married, that got divorced to Sam Argassi. I think that's how you say his last name. Sorry, something like that. And she was having to pay for his condo. It's just, it breaks my heart because Brittany was surrounded by moochers and people who were leeching off of her pretty much her whole life. I mean, Brittany was paying for everybody. She was paying for her dad, her mom, she bought her mom a house, her sister, Sam, Kevin, you boys. It was like, oh my gosh. Like everybody looked at her as this bank, this ATM. And that would be hard for anybody, let alone having to be on tour and, dance and sing and provide for your entire family. That would be heartbreaking. I'm sure she was extremely lonely and she probably felt like she couldn't trust anybody because it was just a family of vultures. Um, but I'm really glad that her youngest, wants to reconcile and look past the fact that his mom probably was having a difficult time with that strain and that stress. Nobody asked for that. Brittany has been in the public eye since she was on the Mickey Mouse Club. They were like, what, 9, 10, something like that. She was there with like Justin Timberlake and I think like Ryan Gosling and some other people who have been providing for their families and in the spotlight since they were kids. They didn't even really get to have a childhood. And yeah, they were just working and perform. Christina Aguilera, she was on there too. Yeah. So that type of life is difficult. And then with Brittany's book, she talked about her relationship with Justin, and he basically forced her to get rid of her first child. So I can only imagine just all of the heartbreaks that she's had over her life and the people who have really, betrayed her, the ones that she let into her heart, into her life, that were supposed to be there for her. So I'm glad that her son did the right thing and reached out to her. And I hope that they do have a chance to reconcile and, grow closer together. But you guys, let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think that he was just of, the money, the child support payments have stopped? Or do you think that it was sincere and he really wants to grow closer to his mother? I hope so. I really hope that, now that he's an adult, he can make decisions for himself, that he does choose to go to college that's close to Brittany, and they have a chance to, you know, have a closer relationship. Life is short. Our time here on earth, nobody knows, you know, if we'll even wake up tomorrow. So um, I'm happy that he did that. I think it was the right thing to do. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. Bye.